Yo Longhairs, El Rubio here, and I'm back for my 2-year hair update since the great cut in 2019. First off, I had to shoot this video today. You see, I have a hair appointment this afternoon, and I wanted you to see it before and after I go into the salon. More on that shortly, but first let me give you a quick overview of what I'm gonna cover here in my 2-year hair update. First up, we're gonna cover the length. I mean, come on, that's what you're paying for, that's what you wanna see, so don't worry. I'm also gonna follow up on my 1-year hair update where I was dealing with some split ends and some damaged hair and even some differences in length. We'll also look back at my 15-month hair update where I ceremoniously announced I was gonna start growing out my neck hair. We'll see how that's coming along. I'll preview the game plan for my hair appointment, then I'll go to my hair appointment, and then we'll wrap it up with an after-action review. We on the same page? We can't have anyone freak out there, all right? We've got to keep our composure. Great. Now ready? Hey, come on. Go to the warehouse.
See what these damn warehouse guys are doing in here.
It's the end, dude. We're shut out. So let's see, it's May 2021, so it's actually been 26 months since I donated my hair at the Great Cut, but almost exactly 2 years since my last hair appointment. Let's start with the length. And the length is looking good. Now, without doing an official, unofficial measurement like we did in my 1-year hair update, I'm just gonna do a quick comparison from the front and the back. So looking at the front here, you can see I'm well past mid-areola mark, approaching the rib cage, so considerable gains in the front here. Now, let's have a look at the back. Compared to my 15-month hair update, where I was about 8 or 9 inches of hair donation length, today I'm extending out to a full 14-inch hair donation length. Pretty pleased with the length, but let's talk about hair health. Now in my 1-year hair update, I noted some kinks and some damage and even some split ends. That's not something I would expect to improve over time without getting a trim. Even so, after more than 2 years since my last hair appointment, even with a little bit of damage and some split ends, I gotta say, it's still in pretty good condition. Now let's talk about neck hair. Historically, I have always kept the back of my neck really tight and shaved off all that stuff. Now back in January 2020, I started growing out my neck hair to try to get some of that stuff that does grow a little bit longer, give it a chance to grow out and actually fit in with the rest of my hair. Now I'm not talking about this little scruffy, scraggly stuff that'll never grow longer than an inch or 2. I'm talking about this next level here that does have the potential to grow, but I just never really gave it a chance. And I gotta be honest, it's coming in and it's looking good. I mentioned today is my hair day, and it pretty much feels like my birthday because I have an appointment with Shayna at House of Imago this afternoon. Now I am past due for a hair appointment, having been over 2 years, but with COVID and everything else going on, we've just skipped the last couple of turns. So let's head out to House of Imago because today is my hair day. She's gonna start out with a clarifying shampoo, which is a deep cleansing shampoo that really gets into the roots in your scalp and removes all the buildup from any products that you've been using over time. Next up is the Keratin Treatment, which is my absolute favorite. We did observe a little spot appearing on the back of my skull. We're going to continue monitoring that closely. If you're not familiar with the Keratin Treatment, they're gonna bake proteins into your hair that strengthen and smooth your locks.
475 degrees of heat, so it is like oven temperatures on your hair, but the keratin protects it, so you wouldn't normally have this much heat on your hair.
Really baking it in there.
Baking it in.
And it just turns out with absolute liquid gold. Next up, she's gonna do a little trim, and we should be looking sharp as a whistle. All right. That was fantastic. Like I said, I just love hair day. I'm here now, a couple of days after my hair appointment. You saw it all go down. Checking back in on the length, you can see before the back was super roughed up and a little bit uneven. To straighten me out, we took off about a ½ inch, maybe up to an 1.5 inches in some places. That took care of my split ends and shaped out the back. And boys, El Rubio is back, baby. Looks good, feels good, and I'm ready to go for a long run here. There you have it, boys. That is my 2-year hair update. Just living the dream, and I hope you are too. Subscribe right here on the Longhairs. Go check out our other channel, Let It Ride. Subscribe on the blog, and until next time, keep letting it ride. See you.